CAF has done it again. We all thought that it was all over after this chaotic game. But 57 days later, hooray, we have a new champion. Just like 1979, when Morocco won their first ever trophy, or when Morocco ever won their first CAF trophy, they won it not by winning a game. They won it on points and on goal difference. Now we have a situation again where Morocco are being awarded the CAF tournament, AFCON, in the boardroom. Why are they being awarded, and why is, Senegal being stripped of it? We'll get into that, but there are a lot of things here that I want you to take keen interest in. Consider the icing on the cake to be they taking the trophy away. There are a lot more issues we need to actually, expose so that the world can be enlightened. So this is what is causing the entire trouble. So Morocco went to the disciplinary committee of CAF and told them that, hey, we felt that everything that happened on that night did not go in our favor, so you guys should look at it. CAF disciplinary committee, said that enough is enough. Both of you just get fined and let's continue with our lives. Morocco then said, no, we are not satisfied. So Morocco wrote to the appeals board. So Morocco already had gotten a ruling. They were not satisfied with it. They then took the issue to the appeals board and then highlighted Article 82 of the CAF AFCON. Yes, the AFCON competition. So every competition is guarded or ruled by its own set of laws. So Article 82 of the CAF AFCON itself was what they invoked, and also Article 84. So what does Article 82 say? They say that, the appeals board should look at the 82, and then when they are done, they should look at 84 for the ruling for 82. So 82 says, if for any reason whatsoever a team withdraws from the competition or does not report for a match. So let's get it right. Underline, withdraws from the competition or does not report for a match, or refuses to play or leaves the ground before the regular end of the match without authorization of the referee, it shall be considered loser and shall be eliminated for good from the current competition. The same shall apply for the teams previously disqualified by decision of CAF. So now, why is Senegal culpable? So Senegal is believed, let's get it straight, to have refused to play at a point in time in the game. And also, they left the grounds. But then comes the question, did the entire Senegalese team leave the pitch? No, because there were some Senegalese players still on the pitch when others were walking away. Numero uno, Sadio Mane, Exhibit 1. So does this now hold? Let's move it on. So after considering this, then they went on to say that the team which shall contravene the provisions of Article 82, so any team which is said to have done 1, 2, 3, 4, would then do what? And 83 will be eliminated for good from the competition. This team, will lose its match by 3-0. Now here is the matter. 3-0, unless the opponent has scored a more advantageous result at the time when the match was interrupted. In this case, the score will be maintained. The organizing committee may adopt further measures. So then, per this ruling, since they were found, culpable of this, 3-0 in the favor of Morocco. But if Senegal had, at that point in time, had a 4-goal deficit. Morocco had a 4-goal deficit. This would not be an issue. That's what the law is telling us. But no problem. No problem. CAF is subservient to FIFA. FIFA is the world governing body. CAF is given authority by FIFA to organize events on its behalf, including World Cup qualifying series. You get the point? Now, so then, the laws that CAF have are all in recognition of what FIFA has. Now, let's check out what FIFA has. So this particular tweet is coming from the former first vice president of CAF, who actually is also the former FA president of Senegal. And it states that at 5.2 of the laws of the game of the IFAB. So IFAB is that body that provides us laws governing the football that we watch and play. Now, what does it say? The decision of the referee on facts related to the game are final. So the decisions of the referee on facts related to the game are final, including validation of a goal and the result of the match. Does the appeals committee master the laws of the game validated by the FIFA, validated by FIFA, and therefore superior to this can go on and affect the FIFA status? Look, the referee's decision is actually superior on the game. Now, what does Law 5 say? The decision of the referee regarding facts connected with play, including whether or not a goal is scored and the result of the match, are final. So now, you may ask, why is it that when they came back, the referee allowed them to continue the football? Now, that question is one that we would really like to hear from the referee. Look, I personally do not understand why the referees have been left out of this whole thing. I don't understand why the referees have been left out of this whole thing, because they are the primary actors of what we are seeing. They are the primary actors of what we are seeing. Then again, there are other decisions that are becoming problematic. Before I get to the cast bit of the whole issue. Now, hear this. So there were some key decisions. Number one is to award Morocco 3-0 and then giving them the AFCON. That is topmost of everybody's list. Now let's look at additional rulings. You remember Saibari. Now, Saibari was suspended 2 matches prior to this. Now the suspension has been reduced to 1 match and his fine has been cancelled. He was fined $100,000 and it has been cancelled. What was he fined for? Now, Saibari was fined for actually preventing the goalkeeper, Mendy, from accessing his towel. The goalkeeper from accessing his towel. So now with this ruling from the appeals, what it means, in effect, not my words, but the appeals words, is that CAF is condoning intimidation. Is that where we want the game to get to? So let me give you a typical example. It means that Ghana can play Mali at the Ohinedan Sports Stadium, and then a player on the bench for Ghana would get up and go and be preventing another player from handing over a towel to the Malian goalkeeper. How does this add up? Let it add up. So you see the ruling. It is, like I said earlier, it is the part of the CAF giving the trophy that everybody's looking at. But my key position is, with this ruling, CAF is actually putting a pen to the fact that you can intimidate opponents and nothing will be done to you. Nothing will be done to you. Also, the ball boys incident, where the ball boys were also taking towels and running away. CAF is saying that the fine for that particular incident has also been reduced from 100,000 to 50,000. We are still condoning irregular behavior on the pitch. We are condoning irregular behavior on the pitch from this CAF ruling. Again, CAF said that the lasers that they had banned before the tournament, which Moroccan fans were using in the face of Mendy, they have also reduced the fine. Yes, so the fine has been reduced from the fine has been literally reduced from whatever it was, around 50 to 20, between 20 to 50,000 to 10,000. So literally, with this ruling, CAF is reaffirming to us that it is condoning irregularities. Don't worry, you can go on. Because with this, anybody can commit the same offense, and then tell CAF that, no, you have this ruling. This ruling is there. So this ruling shows that I should not be punished. I mean, make it, let it add up. Let us forget about the whole handing over trophy stuff. This is what CAF is telling you. CAF is telling you that a team can come to your home ground and you can intimidate the person openly and nothing at all would be happening to you. What have we gotten ourselves into? CAF, frankly, this is an embarrassment. And for me, it is one of those days in world football that we need to weep. However, Senegal says, don't worry. They are going to escalate the matter. And where have they escalated it to? They are looking at escalating it to CAF. But let me tell you this before I even get into that part. The ruling for this particular matter will not come now. The ruling for this matter would come in about a year time. So we'll go into the World Cup with Senegal knowing that, yeah, they are not African champions. So the ruling will not come now. But then again, has this happened before between a certain Moroccan team and another team? Oh, yes. It happened when the team that is RS Berkane of Morocco played USM Algiers. This issue was even about kits, not about what was happening on the pitch. It was about kits. That someone had a flag on a kit. The case went to CAF. It was actually a CAF final. Club final, intercontinental club final. And then CAF ruled that they had given the whole tournament, or they had crowned RS Berkane champions. USM Algiers took the issue to CAF and won, and they were awarded the trophy again. So we are going to see something similar again in this case. So for a quick wrap of this, as well, we quickly wrap up of this particular segment. So the Swiss-based court for arbitration, that is CAF, had to intervene in 2019 when Moroccan club Wydad Casablanca also walked off the pitch, yes, for the second leg of the CAF Champions League final due to VAR protesting. So this is also different from the Berkane case, which had to deal with the flag. Now, in that case, they refused to play on, and the referee declared the opponent Esperance de Tunis winners. But CAF's executive committee then surprisingly ordered a replay. Esperance de Tunis took the matter to CAF and were declared champions. So get this. In that issue, even, the referee declared the opponent winners. This one, the referee did not declare the opponent winners. The referee made them continue the game. So let me ask you this question as I leave this particular issue. And quickly, Senegal have also, actually, the Senegalese government have made the matter even worse, expanding it into corruption cases. That's the simple communication from this one. But listen, this photo is what Senegal is holding on to in this issue. They are saying they are champions. But then again, what has CAF done? Is it that CAF is saying, go ahead and intimidate people because nothing will be done? Is that what CAF is telling us? Because that's what the ruling is saying to us. Did they actually go through the ruling before putting it out there? That's another question. But remember also that the law is the law, but common sense guides it all.